Hey, what's up, guys and girls, men's and women's? Welcome to this episode of My Crypto Secrets. Today is July the 18th, 2017, and it's 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. So we'll get started here today with cryptocurrency coin market cap, and we're having another great green day. So if you look through, these are the top 100, starting with Bitcoin on down, and everything is looking green. So for those that were so depressed over the weekend, like me, feels a lot better today. A good friend of mine told me that I shouldn't be watching so closely, but I honestly can't help myself. So I just ride the emotional roller coaster just like everybody else, I guess. And even if I try to separate myself from it, I just can't help it, because obviously I'm invested in a lot of different altcoins, and it's like my money's going way up and my money's going way down, and you just get emotionally attached to losing money or winning money, right? It's just the way it is. So I don't really have an answer to that, just have to deal with the emotions. I know you're supposed to not be emotional about it, but it is what it is. So green. All these are green. Like is not. I don't know much about that. I don't know anything about it at all, except it's red. So what the hell is wrong with you, Like? And Chaincoin, also red. What the heck's wrong with you, Chaincoin? Actually, I was watching the video on the Dollar Vigilante yesterday. He was getting his haircut. It was like a live stream, so I was just randomly checked it out, and it had like a bunch of people promoting Chaincoin, and they were like chirp. They were trolling positively for Chaincoin, and he kept telling him to shut up. It was like they were chihuahuas, like Chaincoin. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but they were pushing it. I guess it's got some volume a little bit. I don't know much about it, so it's just red. That's what I know on a green day. So messing up my green screen here. But pretty much everything else, and then Salus is also red too. Who cares? Because all my stuff is green, so I'm happy about that. But it looks like the market cap is back over 80 million, so 84 and a half, which is really cool to see. And everything is trending up over here on Polo. So this is the chart, Bitcoin, USD, and it's a lovely uptrend. The nice split here, looking like it's staying wide open here. So hopefully that trend continues with Bitcoin. So what else in the news? We're gonna have to go ahead and start right off with John Mcafee's tweet. So he basically predicted John Mcafee. If you guys know John Mcafee is the huge software company. Probably you've seen it's got like anti malware and all kinds of stuff to protect your computer from viruses and all that. So John Mcafee is an interesting dude, but he's saying that Bitcoin's going to go up to $500,000 per coin. He is launching an ICO, so obviously he's big behind pushing all the cryptos right now. But the interesting part about this story is that so somebody said, so one Bitcoin and 500K within 3 years? ? And he said, if not, I will eat my dick on national television. Now, the reason why that's extra funny is because John Mcafee is pretty much a whack job. I don't know if you guys saw the news years ago. He was like running. He was on the lam in South America, and he went from one country to another. And finally, they got him, or he came back, or something. But there's a very interesting documentary about the whole thing called Gringo. And if you haven't seen it, go online and watch it. I think it was on Showtime, but obviously if you have Kodi, you can just watch it anyway. When you watch the movie and you see the kind of crazy stuff he was doing with his lady friends, you'll know that he's probably not kidding about eating his dick on national TV. Sorry, this is supposed to be a family-friendly show, but what can I tell you? Anyway, so that's the first story for today. So I think that's pretty funny. So another story. We're talking. This is a cool chart that I saw, a infographic, I guess you could call it, on what could possibly happen to Bitcoin depending on SegWit or hard fork or not. So this is like if this happens, then it will go this way, and if this happens, it'll go this way. So SegWit BIP91, does BIP91 reach 80%? And I think, yeah, it says here it was like 76%. That's as of earlier, so I don't know where it's at right now. And if it does, then SegWit locks in and activates 2 weeks later. And then you've got a 2 megabyte hard fork. And then does a 2 megabyte hard fork reach 100% of miner support? If yes, then you've got the activation of that 2 megabyte block increase. And if no, Bitcoin splits. Now, if they don't reach 80%, then the miners could still activate SegWit within a year. And if they do, be BIP 148 would be the next potential. If that doesn't happen, then SegWit gets activated through a soft fork, contingent on 50% of the miners and major Bitcoin businesses agreeing or not agreeing. If that doesn't happen, then Bitcoin would split again, and then you'd have the two different clients, and then new rules would have to be implemented for the existing client because they wouldn't be compatible. So still a lot of different directions and things that can happen with all of this. We'll see what happens. Obviously, now that the price is stabilized again, and I think that's a good indication. Confidence that things are going to go in the best possible way. And I'm really, I don't have a crystal ball. A lot of people are saying that it would be better this way or better that way. Obviously, they have the different opinions on whether it should fork or not. I don't know. And I just know I want the value of Bitcoin to continue to go up. And I regardless of what happens, the value of cryptocurrencies is going to go up over time anyway. There's no if, ands, or buts about that. Cryptocurrencies are obviously the future. If you look at the news and you see, obviously Japan adopted it. It was April 1st as an actual legitimate currency, and now you've got hedge funds being created around just simply ICOs, hedge funds around cryptos. You've got Wall Street coming in. That's why I'm very interested in where are we? Man, I swear it was just there. Let me refresh this and see if it's going to come back. I don't know what's going on with Veritasium, but it was back on here again, and now it's earlier today, and now it's back off again. But it's Veritasium. You should check it out, just because the technology is all about people that are in the financial industry using the AI that it has to do research and to be able to do research for their own investments. So in my opinion, once you've got sort of Wall Street starting to come over into crypto, which it seems is happening, that's when it's a game changer. And now you've also got congressmen and also different government officials from other countries saying that, oh, we've got to start regulating it. That's also a good indication, because they're seeing the weight that's behind it, and they're starting to get worried because they don't have control over it really, and so they want to get they want to be able to wet their beaks, like that guy from The Godfather. So hope that makes sense. But cryptos aren't going anywhere. This is all we're just the beginning. We're still in the wild, wild west. We are the frontiersmen. So let's continue. I thought this was interesting. Following money through Bitcoin laundry is not so easy. So obviously, a lot of and government officials are saying that Bitcoin can be used to launder or crypto can be used to launder money, specifically Bitcoin. Obviously, you can. Now, you can still follow a trail of Bitcoin, but what these guys are doing is that they're doing so many transactions, one after another, that it's hard, to go from wallet to wallet, especially if you're using, hard wallets that are offline, and then you're going from one wallet and then sending that Bitcoin to another offline wallet, to another offline wallet. At some point, it just becomes hard to follow. So if you're looking to launder money, then that's be a good thing for you to do. The other thing is that you could obviously transfer your Bitcoin into another crypto like Monero, which is completely anonymous. Nobody knows who's doing what with Monero, which is great. That's freedom, right? Obviously, I'm not promoting doing bad things. It's just the idea of having freedom and not being controlled by any intermediaries and any government agencies, any banking institutions involved in our transactions with another free person on the planet. So that's so literally you could take Bitcoin into Monero, and then Monero, once it's there, it's untraceable. So coming back out into another Bitcoin wallet or wherever the way I look at it, it's done. You can't see it anymore. So for those of you that are wanting to do that, you can go ahead and do it. In other news, this I just saw this and I thought it was cool, so I wanted to bring it to you guys. People recently had been having problems with Bitcoin transactions where they were getting stuck, and that's why this whole SegWit thing is happening, because of the traffic jam. Like several weeks ago, it was like, sending a Bitcoin transaction could take, I had some that were taking like 17 hours. It was nuts. But I will tell you this, that the day before yesterday, I sent some Bitcoin from one of my wallets to another wallet, and it was in there in like 3 to 5 minutes. So I don't know if that's an indication of, things already starting to get implemented with some of these the new software that came out. I mentioned it in yesterday's video. I don't know, but I just know that it happened a lot faster. So that's a good thing, because that was a lot of the talk about Ethereum, was that it's so much faster, and a lot of these other altcoins are super fast, but a lot of them also don't have the volume that Bitcoin had. So it's hard. It's sort of a little, in some ways, it was comparing apples to oranges. And then we also saw what happened with Ethereum with the ICO when the whole thing got jammed up. So I guess the grass is always a little greener. Bitcoin is still Big Papa, and will probably always be the baseline. And if it starts to speed up as a result of what's going on right now, it's only going to be a good thing for all of the the whole cryptocurrency community and marketplace. And then obviously we had Bitcoin crossing back over 80 billion. I already showed you guys that over here. So it's steadily moving up, and that's a good thing. So exciting times once again. We'll see what happens. If really Ethereum, reached, let's take a look at it real quick, reached some sort of a base here where it went down to, looks like 139 at one point, and it's, crept back up, up over to 210, 211 right now. If that's the case, it's a good thing. Litecoin is like I said yesterday as well, never really took the hit that the others did, but it's back up over 44 now, which is also a good thing. So, it's still, according to a lot of people, going to be a wilder ride this summer. And I don't know, it's hard to say. Everybody's got a prediction. Everybody thinks they know something. Who the heck knows? This is all so new. Even the people that are charting, using Fibonacci and retracements and all that stuff, I really think that that crypto is so new that it's different. It doesn't react the same way that Forex does. It doesn't react the same way that stocks do, in my opinion. I just think it's different. It's new, and the emotions of people are different with crypto than they are with the others. Now, emotions are the same. People are the same, but I still think there's a difference. So, crystal ball in terms of where it's going. Everybody's got an opinion. You know, Mcafee will do what he's going to do if it doesn't reach 500K per coin in 3 years, and other people obviously think it's going to zero. Now, that's complete nonsense. If you ask me, it's way too embedded at this point. It's way too locked in, and people with a lot of money, even Mark Cuban, who was talking smack about crypto and Bitcoin for so long, is now getting involved as well. So, you know, there's something to be said for guys like that, billionaires that, you know, pretty much came from nothing and created it all on their own. They're not stupid, and they have a good sense generally. That's how they got to where they're at. Their guts and willing to take action and working hard. And so if they're starting to go in our direction, it's all for the good. So with that, just so you guys know, I'm starting the Facebook community for my crypto secrets, and although it's gonna be a subscription based thing, I'm gonna make it open for like the first, I think, 50 that want to just get in there and just become part of the group. And the reason why it's going to be good is because I have a friend, dear friend, used to be my business partner, and he comes from the financial services industry, and he runs with a group of guys that literally have, you know, 8 figures invested in many things, and they've all started to come over to crypto. And his knowledge about this is so far beyond anything that it's, you know, he's like genius level stuff. And I'm, you know, he's my friend, but I'm not blowing smoke. This is for real. So he's just made picks on altcoins that have just been ridiculous. One altcoin that he picked the other day, where everything was red over the weekend, this was one of the only green ones, and it's just nuts. So he's agreed to kind of share with me and allowed me to sort of create an online community where, you know, we'll be doing webinars, and he's going to get on and talk about his ICOs that he's picked and the different altcoins that he's picked and when he's getting in and when he's getting out and all that kind of stuff. So that's what that community is going to be. So if you guys want to get over there, just My Crypto Secrets on Facebook and request, and then I'll let like the first, I was going to do like 20 or 30, or we'll just see, you know, maybe up to 50 or something that get in, and you can get in, and then we're going to have weekly webinars and all that kind of stuff to give you guys the inside scoop. All right. So with that, hope you got some value from this video, and that's it for now. So we'll see you in the next one. And if you wouldn't mind liking this and subscribing, so I can increase my viewership on this brand new channel. All right, guys, have a great rest of your green day, and we'll see you next time. Take care.